NBA fans, what's up? What's going on? Early morning, Friday morning type of activity. The Boston Celtics have traded Kemba Walker a day after I talk shit to a Boston Celtics fan saying you guys have Kemba Walker, jokes on you. It doesn't matter how bad the Sixers are right now. Let's get into it. Why don't we? Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm almost at a K, guys. Come on. I have been stagnant at 770 something for how long now? Get me to 1K. Let's talk Celtics here, Sixers fans. You know what? I think it's a win-win move on both ends. On both teams, I think it's a good move. The big problem in the Boston Celtics organization over the past couple of years since Al Horford's departure is the lack of Al Horford and the lack of a center that can really do anything to stop big men in the Eastern Conference, right? And Joel Embiid has had his way throughout, as many points as he wants to score, he scores against Boston year in and year out. And that's because the lack of the depth that the Celtics have. They have Tristan Thompson. They thought picking him up this past offseason was a good move, and God, no, it was not a good move. That man is not a good basketball player anymore. But at the same time, they had a player in Kemba Walker who is arguably one of the worst contracts in the NBA right now, given how bad he has been. He is just not healthy anymore. He's a shell of his former self. He has been bad. His game in his career has depended on his scoring ability and his explosiveness. And because of the way he's just injured all the time, he's not explosive anymore, and he can't score because of the explosiveness is what helps him score more than anything. And so Kemba Walker has been a true liability for the Boston Celtics. He's not a number 2. He's not a number 3 for Boston. So I think it's a really good move on shedding salary all the while. And the Celtics receive Al Horford, and they receive Moses Brown. Now, Al Horford does not have a good contract, but it's better than Kemba Walker's, and it's not as long. And you know what? Al Horford still has some stuff left in the tank. He's not a terrible basketball player. He was just a terrible fit in Philadelphia. And he showed some really good signs in Oklahoma City this year. He had some really great games before they kind of just shut him down for the remainder of the year because they didn't want to win. So I think this is a really good move for Boston. And what I love most about this move is Moses Brown. Moses Brown, I talked about in my video describing why I thought the Thunder was going to be really, really legit in the 2030s or late in the 2020s because Moses Brown is going to be a really good ball player. I think he already is. He is a premier shot blocker for his age. He is a really good interior defender, and he is an athletic rim runner, something that Boston simply does not have, and something that Boston would kill for. And I think they did a really great job on bringing in Moses Brown and bringing in a guy like Al Horford who can kind of reset the culture there because the culture is what's lost. The culture is what's missing in Boston. So I think this is a really, really good move for Boston so far because I think Moses Brown has DeAndre Jordan capabilities. I think I think Moses Brown has the potential to be a pretty good player, a double-digit scorer, and a shot-blocking leader in the NBA at some point in his career. I love the game of Moses Brown, and it kind of sucks for me to watch him go to the team I hate more than anything. So, damn it, Brad Stevens. Damn it. First thing he does in office, right? So then it comes to the point of Oklahoma City, and why did they do this deal? Why did Sam Presti trade Moses Brown for a Kemba Walker? Well, because this formula has worked over and over and over again in Oklahoma City. They did it with Carmelo Anthony. They did it with Chris Paul. They get guys who are veterans, and then they flip them for even more than what they just traded for him. They traded for Kemba Walker. They traded Al Horford, a second-round pick, and Moses Brown for Kemba Walker, the 16th overall pick in the draft, and a future second. And that's a pretty good, on paper, it looks like Oklahoma City wins this deal. Kemba Walker could at some point, because he's going to be arguably the number 2 option on this team, and he's going to be seeing a little bit more unless they even ship him before the season starts. But, they have an ability here to kind of reinvent Kemba's career. And Kemba has the opportunity himself. He should be happy about this. He has the opportunity to come in and really kind of grow again and show his worth again. And he has an opportunity, and he's going to play more, and if he stays in Oklahoma City, that is. But what he does is what Presti does is he brings in a guy who he could in return get even more value for trading him if Kemba shows he isn't the old guy of Kemba and he's young Kemba again. But also he gets another draft pick. I thought Sam Hinkie liked accumulating draft picks, but Sam Presti, it must be a Sam thing because Sam Presti just gets the 16th pick in the draft. Dude, he's going to have 3 first-round picks now, possibly. 3 first-round picks in this draft. The guy has like 149 draft picks in the next 4 years. He's just going to start owning it. Like the 2023 draft is going to be pick 1 through 30, the Oklahoma City Thunder. Wild to me. Wild how many draft picks one team can accumulate. Like there's got to be a limit at some point. It is just insane to see how many picks the Oklahoma City Thunder has gotten in the past 2 years. Unreal. And this is just signs of things to come. I don't think they have any rush of what they're doing. He's just going to accumulate every draft pick possible and wait until maybe a Karl-Anthony Towns is on the market, or wait until there is just a big name guy who's on the market, Damian Lillard arguably, who knows, and he's just going to trade a couple of those picks, and maybe 5, 6 if we're talking crazy, and then he still has 20 more picks to go. Sam Presti is building something over there in Oklahoma City, and I'm a huge fan of it. I love the way a team can seriously tank, and I hope it works, because right now it doesn't look like it really worked in Philadelphia, but hopefully we win today, Sixers fans. Hopefully we win today. I don't want today to be the last Sixers game I watch this year. Peace out, Sixers fans.